Thank you, everyone, for being here today. It's a pleasure to be joined by Minister Sigurdson and so many executive directors of the 7 regional fairs for this exciting announcement. My name is Justin Wright, MLA for the charming constituency of Cypress Medicine Hat. It's especially great to announce this announcement here in Medicine Hat at the Medicine Hat Exhibition and Stampede grounds, which is an important fixture in our community. Since 1887, the Medicine Hat Exhibition and Stampede has been the highlight of the summer here, and we look forward to every single year. It's also an exciting time to do this announcement, as the kickoff to the Spring Rodeo is tomorrow. Alberta's Ag Societies are key pillars of our culture, communities, and history. The dedicated teams that make up the Ag Societies have put in hard hours of work to make sure that more than just summer times destinations happen here, but rather it's a year-round resource for the community. Today's announcement will help keep up that great work. And now I'll turn it over to Minister Sigurdson for more details. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that introduction, MLA Wright, and thank you everyone for being here. I especially want to thank the representatives from all 7 regional ag societies for traveling so far to be with us this afternoon. It's a long drive for many of you, so I really appreciate it. As my colleague MLA Wright said, it's great to be here at the Medicine Hat Stampede grounds, a community space kept up and running by Agricultural Society made up of hardworking, dedicated Albertans. In every corner of Alberta, Ag Societies improve the quality of life in their communities by putting together events and providing volunteer opportunities, services, and very critical facilities. Thousands of volunteers help their communities thrive by arranging events from rodeos and bench shows to educational programming and conferences. Alberta's Ag Societies own or operate more than 1,000 different types of facilities and host more than 39,000 activities and events each and every year. Alberta is home to 292 Ag Societies, more than any other province. 7 of those Ag Societies are classified as regional Ag Societies, like the Medicine Hat Exhibition and Stampede. We know how important these 7 are to their communities, and although Alberta funds regional Ag Societies at a higher level than any other province, when they asked us to revisit the funding formula, we as a government listened. The funding model for the regional Ag Societies has been in place for more than 20 years, and a lot has changed in that time. To understand the challenges these societies faced last year, we hired Deloitte to conduct a sustainability study and provide us a report, as well as recommendations on the future of these organizations. It's my pleasure to announce that based off these findings, Agriculture and Irrigation has secured a one-time cash injection of more than $7.4 million for Alberta's 7 regional ag societies. That investment includes more than $4 million to help manage current cost pressures so they can plan for tomorrow. It also includes nearly $2.9 million to support projects that will help these organizations move toward more sustainable operating models. To help with these efforts, Agriculture and Irrigation will hire a contractor to help with business transformation efforts. All of this is over and above the regular annual operating funding of $2.8 million shared between the 7 regional ag societies. We've talked to the regional ag societies about this funding and how it will position them and their communities they serve for success. Simply put, an investment in rural communities pays off for the entire province. I look forward to seeing the impacts of this funding in the coming years, and I want to thank Ron and the Medicine Hat Stampede for having us here today for this important announcement, and as well the other regional ag society representatives here today, Kim, Ian, Diane, Jackie, Tammy, and Kim. Thank you for traveling so far to share in this announcement. I'll now turn it over to Ron Edwards, General Manager of the Medicine Hat Exhibition and Stampede, to say a few words. Ron?
Thank you. First of all, Mr. Sigurdson, we would thank you very, very much on behalf of the 7 regional ag societies. You have met with us over the last couple of years. You have listened to us, and you've listened to our concerns. We work very, very hard to bring rural and urban together, and without your help, we would not be able to do it. So we thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your input. And again, we look forward to working with you in the future and hope that all of this is well put together. So thanks very much. And we will work hard to keep you informed. Thanks again.
We will now move over to our question and answer period. I know that there's some media in the room. There is a mic over there, so make sure that you come up, one question, one follow-up, and state who you are and who you're affiliated with.
My name is Eli Ritter. I'm with Chat News here in Medicine Hat. To the minister, maybe first. The Medicine Hat Exhibition Stampede has been asking for funding to fix a grandstand and to do some other infrastructure parts to the Stampede. Now, I know this funding isn't related to that because it's not capital funding, but while we're on the topic and while we're in this building, is there any plans for the province to contribute to that project, and is there anything in the works in regards to that?
Well, it's definitely an ongoing conversation that we're having. We understand that it's really important that we protect the infrastructure that our regional ag societies, all of our ag societies rely on, including our primary ag societies. That's why we started the $2.5 million every year to invest in our regional ag societies and our primary ag societies, the infrastructure they have. Of course, that's $2.5 million every year that's applicable. We started that program knowing how important it is to continue to protect that infrastructure. As far as the grandstand conversation, that's an ongoing conversation. As you can imagine, there's a lot of needs within agriculture right now. There's a lot of needs across the province. And of course, we look forward to working with all ag societies in getting the infrastructure they need to be successful in the future. Today, of course, is a very positive announcement about ensuring there's sustainable and long-term business plans for the future and making sure that we're investing with them at a critical time when they've seen a lot of cost pressures on the operational side. So this is going to go a long way to make sure that these regional ag societies that have been so impactful to their local communities are there for the next generation, understanding how important that is. As Ron mentioned, connecting, one big piece of that is connecting urban with rural Alberta, so which is something that our regionals and our primary ag societies do so well.
Can I do a follow-up? Okay. Just to follow up to General Manager Ron Edwards, maybe you can speak just to the importance of today's announcement, just to Medicine Hat and to people that come to the Stampede every year.
Well, like every other regional fair or exhibition, sorry, this was supposed to be off. Yeah, we do start at the races. Anyhow, like with all the other regional ag societies, what we do for our communities, we like in Medicine Hat, we bring in approximately $20 million into the economy. We could not do that without the support of the province. The province over the years has helped us to fund lots of buildings. It's helped us to fund some of our operational costs that we have to endure every year. And so to answer that question, I think we're a huge part of our community, and what we do to bring, and again, I'll go back to it, urban and rural, because it is a tie, and we can't do it without either one of them. And so to answer that question, yes, we're very proud to be working with the province, and we really do thank them for their ongoing support. Okay.
Hi, Anna Smith, Medicine Hat News. My question is in regards to the other smaller ag societies without the province. Are there plans to help support those as well in the future?
Well, we understand how important every single ag society is to every community across. Like I said, Alberta houses more ag societies than any other province at 292. We understood that there was a lot of pressures that were facing our regional ag societies. We conducted that study last year, of course, to make sure that we could respond to those pressures and ensure their success in the future. We look forward to now engaging with our primaries and having discussions with them, taking a look at the challenges that they're facing as well, and looking at strategies to make sure that they're here for the next generation. You know, as an individual that was born and raised here in Alberta, I grew up in a small community. You know, I would never played hockey without our primary ag societies. I wouldn't have experienced as many rodeos as a kid without our primary ag societies. So we understand how important these are to the communities, how they connect urban to rural, but also they have a huge you know, impact of being rural economic drivers as well in those small communities. So next step, we'll be engaging with our primary ag societies and having conversations with them, and taking a look at the future and what that means, and understanding the challenges they've also faced over the past few years as well.
Do you have a follow-up?
No, thank you.
Hey, Minister, how you doing?
Excellent. How are
Brendan
you?
with the news here. You know, Canadians are hitting the polls on Monday. There's a lot of talk about, you know, international trade, things that affect. I guess I just want to know your point of view on how important this election is. And I guess for the newly formed government, what would be important? Like, what would be the first priority you would like to see them do in terms of agriculture to, you know, improve life for Albertans here?
Well, definitely, I think top of mind is what we've seen over the past couple of months is trade relationships diminish on two fronts. Of course, we saw EV tariffs that benefit central Canada that has affected our canola growers in Western Canada. We need an immediate resolution to that. We also need Ottawa to step up to the plate and support our canola growers through this tough time, because both the anti-dumping investigation and the most recent escalation by China to 100% tariffs on canola cake and meal, and additional tariffs on pork and peas is not good for our agricultural industry. So whichever the next whoever forms the next federal government here in Canada, they need to come to the table and find an immediate resolution and get to the table with China. Of course, our largest trading partner as it relates to agriculture is the U.S. Over $9 billion heads south. It's a critical relationship, and that's why, under the leadership of our Premier Danielle Smith, we've been connecting with our U.S. colleagues to make sure that people in the U.S. understand how important Canadian agriculture, Alberta agriculture, is to the U.S., and we've seen an immense positive response to those conversations. Educating decision makers in the U.S. so that they understand how integrated our food supply chain is having an impact. We're starting to see a shift in the U.S. to supporting and making sure we're protecting the CUSMA agreement that has been so beneficial to food security and food affordability across North America, and that's for all citizens in the U.S. and Canada. So my message would be that we do have to protect that agreement. It's to the best interest of our agricultural primary producers here and our agri-processors, but also every consumer that's walking into a grocery store and buying groceries right now at a time where they've seen a lot of inflationary pressures over the past few years.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Do you have a follow-up?
I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, well, thank you, everyone. That concludes our press conference today.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.